you go on thus, you'll kill yourself. 'Tis not wisdom thus to second grieve against yourself.
I pray thee, cease thy counsel, which falls into my ears as water, as profitless as water in the sea. Give me not counsel, nor let no comforter delight mine ear, save one whose wrongs do suit with mine. Bring me a father that so loved his daughter, that whose love for her was overwhelmed like mine, and bid him speak patience with the brother. There is not such a man, for any man can give counsel to a Greek. Once they taste that Greek, that counsel turns to passion. No, my griefs cry louder than advertisement.
Therein do men from children, nothing different.
I will be flesh and blood. There was never a philosopher that could endure the toothache patiently, despite how he had written the style of gods and made a push at chance and sufferance.
Yet, let not all the harm upon yourself. Make those that do offend you suffer too.
There thou speakest reason. In my heart, I feel that Hero is beloved, and that shall the Prince and Claudio right well know of it.
Here comes the Prince and Claudio, hastily.
Good Dean. Good Dean. Good day to both of you.
Hear you, my lord.
We have some haste, may not.
Oh, some haste. My lord, some haste. Well, are we so hasty now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
If he could right himself with quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs him?
Mary, thou wrong me not, dissembler, thou. Do not raise thy hand at me, I fear thee not.
Mary, beshrew my hand if it should give your age unto cause of fear. In faith, my hand meant nothing to you.
Tush, man. I speak not like a doctor nor a fool. No, Claudio, to thine head. Thy words have gone through my dear, innocent daughter's heart. Thou hast killed my innocent child. She lies buried here in a tomb where never scandal slept, save this of thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
Thou say not right, old man.
My lord, I'll prove it on his body if you dare.
Away, I would not have to do with you.
Because thou so daftly, boy? If you kill me, you shall kill a man.
He shall kill two of us, and men indeed. But that's no matter. Let him answer me. Come, boy. Come, sir boy, come, follow me. Sir boy, I'll whip you from your pointing fence. Nay, as I am a gentleman, I whip you.
Brother.
Content yourself. God knows I love my niece. These boys, apes, braggarts, jacks, milksops.
Brother.
Hold you content, watchman. I know them gay, and let pay way, even to the utmost scruple. These out-facing, fashion-monging boys that lie and caution, flout and deprave and slander.
Brother Anthony.
Come, 'tis no matter. Do not you meddle, you deal in.
Gentlemen both, I will not wait your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but by mine honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord, my lord.
I will not hear you.
No. My brother. Away. I will be heard.
And shall. Some of us will smart for
it. See. Here comes the man we went to seek. Now, senor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
Welcome, senor. You are almost come to part almost a fray.
We almost had our two noses bit off by 12 men without teeth.
Leonardo and his brother. What thinkest thou? Had we fought, I doubt we had been too, young for them.
In a false quarrel, there's no true valor. I came to seek you both. We've been up and down to seek thee.
We are high proof melancholy. When half faith haven't eaten away, wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear thy wit by thy side? Never have any did so. Though very many have been beside the wit. I bid thee draw, as you bid the minstrels. Draw, the pleasure.
As I am an honest man, he looks pale. Art thou sick or angry?
What? Courage, man. No care killed the cat. Thou hast metal enough to kill care.
I
shall meet your wit in the career ere you charge against me. I pray you, choose another subject.
Nay, give him another staff. This last one broke cross.
By this light, he changes more and more. I think he be angry indeed.
If he be, he knows how to turn his girl.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me for a challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. I will make it good how you dare, when you dare, with what you dare. Do me right or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you.
Well, I will meet you, so I may have good cheer.
A feast, a feast!
In faith, he has bidden me upon a calf's head and capon, the which if I do not carve most curiously, says my nice not. Shall I not find a woodcock too?
Sir, your wit amples well, goes easily.
I'll tell thee how Beatrice praised thy wit the other day. I said that thou hadst a fine wit. True, said she, a fine little one. Nay, said I, a great wit. Right, said she, a great gross one. Nay, said I, the gentleman is wise. Certain, said she, a wise gentleman. Nay, said I, he hath the tongues. That I believe, said she, for he swore a thing to me on Monday night, which he forswore on Tuesday morning. That's a double tongue, that's 2 tongues. Thus did she, an hour together, transhape thy particular virtues. Yet at last she concluded with a sigh, that thou wast the properest man in Italy.
All, for the which she wept heartily, and said she cared not.
Aye, that she did. And yet, for all that, if she did not hate him deadly, she would love him dearly. The old man's daughter told us all.
Yes, and God saw him when he hid in the garden.
But when shall we set the savage bull's horns upon the sensible Benedict's head?
Yea, and place a sign, here dwells Benedict, the married man.
Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. You break jests as braggarts do their blades, which, God be thanked, hurt not. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your sister the bastard is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. My lord Blackbeard there, he and I shall meet. Until then, peace be with him.
He is in earnest.
Most profound word, Ernest, and no word for the love of Beatrice.
And hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
What a pretty thing man is, when he goes off in his doublet and hose and leaves off his wit.
He is then a giant to an ape, but is then an ape a doctor to such men.
Be soft. Let me be. Look out my heart and be sad. Did he not say my sister was fled? Where could she have gone?
I know not, my lord.
I don't know how far her villainy could have taken her.
Come here, sir. Justice cannot tame you. She shall never belie more reasons. And you, sir, be a cursing hypocrite once. You must be looked to.
2 of my sister's men bound and Paracchio one.
Hearken after their offense, my lord.
Officers, what offense have these men done?
Now, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanders. 6th and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
First, I ask you what they have done. Third, I ask you what's their offense. 6th and lastly, why they are committed. And to conclude, what you lay to their charge.
Right reason, and in his own divisions. By my troth, there's one meeting well suited.
Masters, who have you offended that you are thus bound to your answer? This, learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offense?
Sweet prince, but you could not discover these shallow fools have brought to light. The lady hero is there upon mine and my mistress's false accusations, and I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I've drunk poison while he spoke of it.
But did my sister set me onto this?
Yea, and pay me richly for the practice of it.
She is composed and framed of treachery, and fled is she upon this villainy.
Sweet hero, now thy image doth bear the rare semblance which I loved at first.
Come, take away the plaintiffs. By now, the citizen hath reformed Signor Leonato of the matter. And masters, do not forget to specify, when time and place shall serve, that I am an ass.
Hey, I'm Signor Leonato, the sexton.
Which is he? Let me note the villain, so that there might be another man like him, I may avoid him.
You would know you're wrong and look on me.
Are you the slave that with thy breath hast killed my child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, villain, thou beliest thyself. 2 princes had a hand in it. The third has fled. I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death. Noted amongst your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done if you think you of it.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Pose to me what penance your adventure can claim upon my sin. Yet sinned I not but mistaking.
By my soul, nor I. And yet, to satisfy this good old man, my soul would bend under any heavy weight that he'll entreat me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live, if that were possible. But contest to the people here in Messina how innocently she died. And if thy love still allow thy labor, write her an epitaph. Take it to her tomb and sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning come you to my house. And since thou could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My brother hath a daughter, the mirror of hero that has died, and the sole heir to both of our fortunes. Give her the opportunity you do not be my daughter, and thus ends my revenge.
Oh, noble sir, your overkindness doth bring tears from me. I do embrace your offer, and go forth to depose of poor Claudio.
This naughty man shall henceforth be brought forth. We'll talk with Margaret, who I believe had a hand in all of this, hired to it by your brother.
No, she was not, but had nothing but just the virtues and all that I do know by her.
Moreover, sir, though it not be down in white and black, this offender, this plaintiff did call me an ass. Let that be remembered in his punishment. Moreover, they talked of one deformed. They say he wears a lock in his ear and a key that hangs from it, and borrows money from men, and uses it so long and never repays it that men's hearts grow hard, and never lend money in God's name. Let him be examined upon that point.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
You speak like a reverent and most thankful youth, and I praise thee for it.
There's my thing.
Oh, God save the foundation!
Go. I discharge thee of thy prisoners, and thy debt.
I leave an arrant knave for your collection to make an example of. God keep your worship. I thank your worship. God restore you to health. I humbly give you leave to depart, and should a merry meeting be wished, God prohibit it. Come, neighbor.
Tomorrow, then, come you to my house. We will further examine Margaret, find out what her role was in all of this. My lords.
We will not fail. Tonight I'll mourn with Hero.
All I do is listen to idiots.
Pray be sweet, Mistress Margaret. To serve well at my hand by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
In so high a style, Margaret, that no man living should come over it, for in most comely truth, thou deservest it.
To have no man come over me, why shall I always keep below stairs?
Thy wit is as quick as the grey hound cannot. It catches.
And yours as blunt as the fencer's foils, which hit, but hurt not.
A most manly wit, Margaret, it will not hurt a lady. But Brady, call Beatrice. I give thee the bucklers.
Give us the swords. We have bucklers of our own.
And if you use them, you must put the pikes to the vice. They are dangerous weapons for maids.
Well, I will call Beatrice to you, who I think hath legs.
Therefore will come. God of love, who sits above and knows me, knows me. How pitiful. I mean in singing. But in loving, Leander the good swimmer, Troilus the first employer of panders, a whole book full of these quantum carpet-mongers. They were never so truly turned over and over as my poor self in love. I cannot show it in rhyme, I've tried. I can find no rhyme to lady, but baby. Innocent rhyme, for scorn, horn, hard rhyme. For school, fool, a babbling rhyme. I was not born on a rhyming planet, and I cannot woo infest terms. Fair Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Yea, Signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Then is spoken. Fare you well now. And yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore, I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast spread the word out of his right sense, so forceful is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge. And either I must shortly hear from him, or I will subscribe him a coward. But tell me, which of my bad parts did you first fall in love with?
For them all together, which maintain so politic a state of evil, no good can intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love. A good epithet. I do suffer love indeed, but I love thee against my will.
And in spite of your heart, I think. Oh, alas, poor heart. If you spite for my sake, I will spite for yours. For I will never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I art too wise to woo peaceably.
And here's Margaret's confession.
An old instance, Beatrice, that lived in the time of good neighbors. If a man do not erect his own tomb ere he dies, he shall live no hungered monument that the bell rings and the widow weeps.
I wrote this up, thank you.
Yes, an hour in clamor and a quarter in ruin. Therefore, it's most expedient for the wise to be the trumpet of his own virtues, as I am to myself, who I myself will bear witness, is praiseworthy. How doth your cousin?
Very ill.
How do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, amen. And there will I leave you, for here comes one in haste.
Madam, you must come to your uncle, yonder old foil at home. It is proved my lady hero hath been falsely accused, the Prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Donna Joanna is the author of all, who is fed and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you go do this thing, Signor?
I would live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy eyes. And moreover, I'll go with thee to Naples.